Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we're going to be talking about why South Indian cinema is better than Bollywood right now and the rise of South Indian cinema and content. So first of all, we're going to talk about a little bit about South. First of all, the South Indian cinema in just the last 5 years, not even 10 or 20, just the last 5 years has made such advancement when it comes to using VFX, technology, the amount of movies they're making and the quality of movies, the quality of scripts, the amount of box office earnings, the international reach. South Indian cinema is on fire right now. They have been going straight and breaking every record. South Indian cinema is just a monster right now. And we're going to talk about why South Indian cinema is better than Bollywood and what are the problems of Bollywood and what Bollywood needs to learn from South Indian cinema to do the same. First of all, let's talk about the problem with Bollywood. So here is the problem with Bollywood. Very simple. They are worried about everything except making a good movie on a good script. Everything. They are worried about how we're going to get the makeups, the international choreographers that we're getting. We're spending 10 to 15 crores on makeup, VFX. We're going to international locations. We have to do these promotions in these places. We have to do these and these stuff. But what about a good movie with a good script? Just get that. Majority of current Bollywood big successful movies, or one of the biggest movies of Bollywood success, are coming from remakes done off of South Indian cinema. Movies like Gajini, Kabir Singh, there is A Holiday of Akshay Kumar, there is Drishyam of Ajay Devgan. All these are remakes of Arjun Reddy, Drishyam of Mohanlal, Tupaki of Vijay, and Gajini of Surya. Last year's one of the biggest success of last year, Kabir Singh, is based of Arjun Reddy starring Vijay Deverakonda. That means South Indian cinema. That's South Indian cinema's script, story. Of course, all hats off to Shahid Kapoor for that amazing performance in the movie, but after all, it's still a South Indian premise, a South Indian story, right? And nowadays, Bollywood is even remaking movies of South Korean movies. Yeah, let alone South Indian movies. Bollywood is just obsessed with scripts of South. Yeah, so they're taking South Korean movies as well. Next, we can see Bollywood doing South American scripts. Who knows? But again, there are still some decent people who are doing great movies in Bollywood. Now, let me just tell you about some of them. There is still the director Sanjay Leela Bhansali that is making these masterpiece movies like Padmavat, Bajirao Mastani. He has made much better movies in the past as well. He's one of the few people that is taking the essence of Indian culture and making movies on them. Sanjay Leela Bhansali. And then there is the family entertainer Rohit Shetty. He's making these cliche. Of course, some of his movies are having cliche topics and cliche themes, but he still makes them so amazing. He is having the talent of making these movies that easily entertain the family audience, and that's why his movies are so successful. When it comes to actor, Amir Khan has given so many global massive hits and have opened a space for Indian movies in China. Of course, we should give credit for that. Amir Khan deserves credit for that. And also stars like Akshay Kumar making these movies on real life events that happen in India. Kesari, Battle of Saragari. Then there is also Mission Mangal, based on, of course, real story. He's making these movies as well. And also there's Ajay Devgan, they made this year's Tanaji. So there are still some stars that are trying to keep Bollywood working. There are some directors that are still making good movies. But now Bollywood has just become a former shell of its glory. Now we're talking about Bollywood glory back in the 70s and 80s. Bollywood movies were the biggest thing. The biggest thing. Back when there was USSR, the Russian Soviet Union, all these Bollywood movies used to get released there and they were super hits. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. Those movies used to earn millions of dollars back in the day. If you adjust the money that Bollywood movies used to earn in Russia at that time, it is comparable to Hollywood movie earnings. I am not kidding. Those were insane money the Bollywood movies used to earn back in the day when they used to get released, not only in Soviet Union but in other countries as well. Bollywood movies were big. Stars like Dilip Kumar, Raj Kapoor, Mithun Chakrabarti, they were taking the industry ahead. Amitabh Bachchan movies, yeah, they were massive. So Bollywood was huge. Everyone thought that Bollywood could go on and become an industry that is as big as Hollywood. But then we know what happened. Till now, things have been going down. And you know what's actually the problem? They are still in the 90s. They have never gone ahead. There was a movie called Disco Dancer back in the day that earned more than $100 million just in Soviet Union, just in the USSR. $100 million. That is around 700 crores. Can you imagine how big that is? But now there is just these cliche Bollywood movies that keep on repeating themselves, and they're trying to make movies with keeping women in the lead, trying to empower this, empower that, but that is useless. If you put a woman in the main lead role, and if that movie is shitty, do you think that bad movie is gonna make that woman empowerment meaningful? No. Movies like KGF, the star Yash, the character that he was playing, Rocky, why did Rocky became so successful in the movie, why he became one of the biggest names in, I think that was Mumbai, right? Biggest names in Mumbai, Bombay at that time, and he became one of the biggest gangsters of all time and became very successful, was able to beat Garuga and do everything, right? Why? Because of the main reason, mother's involvement. If it was never for Rocky's mother, Rocky would have never done that successful thing. And it was his mother's words that inspired him and gave him guidance whenever he needed it. So the biggest empowerment I've ever seen is there. The importance of women and mother in lives of men. Men cannot go ahead without guidance from mother or women in life. That's a proper empowerment. Do empowerment like that. Good script, smart script. That's a good empowerment. And there is these movies, women are in the lead, they're hitting the bad guys and they're doing some action. They think this is woman empowerment. Yes, good for you, but it's not putting a meaning on the movie. There is no message. You should do things like how South does. They do empowerment. I've seen a couple of their movies and there was a lot of encouragement and empowerment in their latest movies. I'm just shocked. So now, there are still some decent movies, as I said, in Bollywood. There are still some decent movies. People like Amir Khan have given the biggest global hits. They have brought the Indian cinema till here. The flag of Indian cinema was brought up till here because of Bollywood. We cannot deny that fact. We should not go hard on them at all. But right now they're having a little bit hard time with scripts. They're making these bad movies. Of course, sometimes some good movies are occasionally coming and going, but the new movies are just staring these star kids with senseless stuff in the movie. No good script. You get bored in the movie in the first 15 minutes. You're like, what the hell am I watching? You sit throughout the 2 hours of the movie and you want the refund for the ticket. That's how boring the movies are. Of course, there are still some people who are making good movies, but I'm just saying, the flag of Indian cinema was brought till here, Bollywood. But after this, South is gonna take it ahead. I'm sure about it. South Indian cinema, I've been seeing some of their movies, the performance of box office. Let's talk about South just a bit. So South Indian cinema, just in the past 5 years, let's talk about Kannada industry. There was no movie in the Kannada industry that made even 80 crores. Then came KGF that got a budget, a huge budget. For a Kannada movie, there was no movie that ever got that type of budget. People were kind of suspicious in the beginning. They were like kind of scared that will this work or not. Then it went on to make 100 crore mark, 150 crore, 200 crore, and now 250 crore, making a way for the Kannada industry. One of the best movies I've ever seen. I'll put the KGF movie review that I gave, the link in the description down below. Just check the link. You can watch my KGF movie review as well. So after that, I was just shocked that Kannada industry now got away. Now, what's the future of Kannada industry? There is KGF Part 2. That is supposed to be insane. That could go and make 300 crores, 400 crores, even bigger. There is also one of the biggest stars of Kannada industry, D-Boss, Darshan. Darshan's movie is also there coming, Robert. That's also a huge amount of hype for that movie. And not to mention, Kannada industry got a lot of boost. They're now more famous because of KGF. So things are going good for that. Talking about Telugu industry, there is Bahubali 1 and Bahubali 2. Those movies got insane budget. But that was one of the most expensive Indian movies of all time. And it is one of the only Indian movie franchise, the only one that has both of his movies more than 100 million US dollars. The first one more than 700-800 crores, and the second one more than 200 million, more than 1,000 crores. Can you believe that? Together, both of these movies have more than 300 million dollars. That is the insane performance of South Indian cinema, especially Telugu. And not only that, Saho, another Prabhas movie, that despite having very negative reviews, and I watched the movie, there are a lot of things I didn't like about the movie, and there was some things that were good, but even that movie earned more than $50 million. Do you see the power of South Indian industry right now? Do you see that? The performance. Not only that, but when it comes to Telugu, just in this year, 2020, just in the month of January to February, 2 movies, Sarileru Nikaveru of Mahesh Babu and Ala Vaikunta Purramlu of Allu Arjun. These 2 movies alone made 260 crores each, more than 500 crores combined. And they came into the top 5 list of highest grossing Telugu movies just this few months ago. That's the power that South Indian industry is having right now. Their movies are working better than Bollywood movies outside in the international markets. Ala Vaikunta Purramlu has one of the highest collections for an Indian movie in, of course, in America right this year itself. That is huge. When it comes to Tamil industry, Vijay alone is enough. Just Vijay. His next movie, Master, is supposed to be huge. Just in the past 5 years, 3 of Vijay movies made into the top 10 highest grossing Tamil movies. Bigil, Mersal and Sarkar. Huge success. After each movie, he's breaking more and more records. Then there is Rajnikant, occasionally comes and gives some movies. There is Petta, there is Kabali, Enthiran, then 2.0. Robot 2.0. Opening weekend was more than one of the Hollywood's biggest movies, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales open. No, that was also Fantastic Beasts and the Crimes of Grindelwald. Yeah, the weekend was even more than Fantastic Beasts and the Crimes of Grindelwald. Beating a Hollywood movie in the opening weekend is no joke. There are only some of the Chinese blockbusters are able to do that. Robot 2.0 did it, and it's the only Tamil movie right now that has more than $100 million. That is insane. So Tamil industry is also going very much ahead. Not only that, we talk about other industries like Malayalam. Yeah, Malayalam in just the last 5 years. Just the last 5 years, they got their first 100 crore movie with Puli Murugan. Then Nivin Pauly making another 100 crore plus movie. Then Mohanlal coming back with making Lucifer 200 crore. I have actually watched Lucifer and I'm going to give my Lucifer review guys tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be my Lucifer review. So definitely subscribe to the channel, click the bell notification. Check out my playlist for other videos that you may like and watch. And tomorrow I'm going to put the review of that too, and I have a lot to talk about Lucifer. That movie deserves more because that was another level movie and I want to talk about that, so you can check that review tomorrow. I'm going to be uploading that. So Lucifer made 200 crores. 200. That's the first time a Malayalam movie does that. And now upcoming Mohanlal movies alone, Marakkar, more than 200 crore budget, the most expensive Malayalam movie of all time. L2M Puran. These two movies alone have the potential to change Malayalam industry throughout the world. L2M Puran, the sequel to Lucifer. Imagine the opening that it could get. Changing, just like earth shattering. And you know why South Indian cinema is working? Because they are making unique stories. Nowadays people are bored of these cliche movies. You go there, the hero beats the villain, gets the girl, and yeah, happy life. Now people don't care about them because they've seen so much of that. They've seen so much of these types of movies that now they need unique movies, unique stories, stories that are different. They want to go there and they want to experience something that they have never experienced. They're paying for the ticket and they want to go there in the movies, watch something that they have never seen. They want to come out as a man. They want to be like, oh my god, that was a different thing. I've never seen something like that. That was so amazing. That's the type of experience they want. South Indian industry has advanced. Back in the day, their action, a lot of people used to troll them for the action of South Indian cinema. But now, just Lucifer movie that I saw had some insane choreography. The fighting styles were there were some of the older fighting styles. They have done great research on fighting styles. The camera angles, the choreography, the sound effects, action scenes of entire South has changed. Movie in KGF 2, the action has changed, the cinematography, the plot, the characters, everything about the South is changing towards greatness. So I believe that once this pandemic is over, after this, the South Indian cinema is just gonna roar on the entire world. Their movies are gonna be insanely successful. Now they're gonna take the flag of the Indian cinema and go ahead. But still guys, this is not a video that I'm trying to do something negative on Bollywood. Bollywood has still been very successful. I'm still a Bollywood fan. If any good Bollywood movie releases, I'll go and watch it. Movies like Suryavanshi, I'm looking forward to that. There are some movies that I want to watch. And I still think Bollywood has potential. It's just they have to tap to it. They have to step aside the foolish stuff. People don't care about how much you spend on the side stuff. They want a good movie with a good script. A movie that they can go in the cinema and enjoy. A unique story. That's what people want Bollywood, and understand that, deliver them that, and believe me, even Bollywood will go much ahead. Count Bollywood, Mollywood, Tollywood, all of them as Indian cinema. That's what I want. I want people to look at them as Indian cinema. A lot of people create diversities and differences between each other, but we cannot do anything about that because of the language difference. But nowadays, each movie is releasing in different dubbed languages. That's a proof that it's Indian cinema after all. So other industries, the South has to inspire North Indian cinema, Bollywood to do better. Bollywood should look at South Indian cinema, what they're doing, and understand that what they're doing right now, what Bollywood is doing right now is not right. They have to change their methods. They have to go ahead. Nowadays, I don't enjoy Bollywood action as much as I enjoy action from South Indian cinema because they are amazing. The Lucifer action scenes just blew me away. Even the action scenes in Bigil, they are going ahead. they're definitely going ahead, and I believe that South Indian cinema has much more potential. I am looking forward to many South Indian movies in future, to watch them in cinemas and give reviews for you guys. So guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Also check out my playlist for other videos like birthday mashups, Indian trailers and teaser reactions and reviews, and there's also movie reviews. You can check that as well. I have Hollywood trailers, game trailers, some funny meme reactions, funny video reactions. You can check that out as well. Whatever you like, watch, enjoy, and see you guys next time.